When it comes to Love and Hip Hop, fans have seen wild drama, betrayals, and shocking twists, but nothing prepared anyone for this. After weeks of tension, Yandy Smith has officially called it quits with Mendeecees. And what makes it even more jaw-dropping is that Rashida seems to be right in the middle of it all. According to insiders, things reached a boiling point after Yandy confided in Rashida about her struggles. But what started as support between friends soon turned into something else. Power moves, shifting alliances, and private truths that left Mendeecees furious. Rashida, known for her calm demeanor and smart business sense, suddenly found herself winning a silent battle that no one saw coming. Behind closed doors, Yandi reportedly told producers she was done protecting a man who refuses to change. Mendeecees' reaction: explosive. He accused Yandi of humiliating him on camera and Rashida of meddling where she didn't belong. Now, the Love and Hip Hop cast is completely divided. Did Rashida really influence Yandy's decision? Or was Yandi simply taking back control of her life? Either way, the fallout has officially rocked the franchise. The episode opens with flashing lights, loud music, and whispered rumors swirling across Atlanta. Social media is in chaos. Screens everywhere are filled with one headline: Yandy Smith and Mendeecees Harris separate. Rashida Carter makes power move. The Love and Hip Hop world is spinning out of control and everyone's waiting for the truth. In the middle of it all, Rashida sits alone in her car outside Pressed Boutique. She's silent, staring at her reflection in the rearview mirror. Her phone vibrates nonstop, missed calls, text messages, press requests. She exhales deeply, then finally answers a call. "Rashida, girl, what's going on?" Carly Red's voice bursts through the speaker. "The blogs are saying Kirk didn't show up to your event. They saying y'all split again?" Rashida's voice is calm, but it's hiding exhaustion. "Carly, let them talk. I've been through worse rumors than this. I just know I'm not letting anything stop me this time." Carly laughs nervously. "You sound way too calm. You sure everything's okay?" Rashida smiles faintly. "I'm more than okay. I'm focused. The music's ready, the boutique's booming, and I'm about to remind people who Rashida really is." The scene cuts to her confessional. Rashida sits in full glam, her tone steady but sharp. "Everybody got something to say about my marriage, my career, my choices. But what they don't realize is, I built all of this from the ground up. I've survived betrayal, humiliation, and disrespect. And I'm still here. That's not weakness. That's power." Meanwhile, in New York, Yandy Smith walks into her apartment looking drained. Cameras catch her slipping off her heels and tossing her bag on the couch. The lights are low and the air feels heavy. She glances at her phone, 5 missed calls from Mendeecees. She doesn't answer. Moments later, the front door opens and Mendeecees walks in. His face is tight, his tone sharp. "So you really gonna ignore me now?" Yandy doesn't even look at him. "I'm not ignoring you. I just don't have anything left to say," he scoffs. "You've been acting different ever since that retreat. Posting quotes about self-love and moving on. What's that supposed to mean?" Yandi finally turns to him, calm but firm. "It means I'm tired of pretending. I'm tired of fighting for something that doesn't feel real anymore. You promised me partnership, but all I got was pressure. You want control, not love." Mendeecees looks stunned. "That's what this is now? You done?" Yandi stares straight at him. "Think I am, spy?" The silence that follows is deafening. In her confessional, Yandi's voice cracks, but stays composed. "We were supposed to be forever. But sometimes forever ends when the respect runs out. I love him, but I can't love myself and stay broken at the same time." Cut to Atlanta the next day. Rashida's boutique is packed with customers, influencers, and media crews. She's hosting a new product launch, a collaboration with a major beauty brand. Cameras follow her as she greets fans, smiles for photos, and gives interviews. Carly whispers to her, "You know, everybody's watching how you move right now, right?" The blog saying Kirk was spotted out with another woman last week. Rashida's smile never fades. They've been saying that since 2015, Carly. I stopped checking blogs a long time ago. I'm busy checking my bag. Carly laughs. That's why I love you. You're unbothered and booked. In her confessional, Rashida says, I used to cry over rumors. Now I let them work in my favor. Let them talk because while they talk, I'm building. Suddenly, Kirk walks into the boutique. The energy shifts instantly. The cameras zoom in as he approaches her. You didn't tell me about the launch, he says quietly. Rashida crosses her arms. You didn't need an invite. You needed consistency. Kirk sighs. I know you're mad, but I'm trying. Came to support you. She stares at him, unmoved. You don't get points for showing up after the work's already done. You had your chance to stand beside me, not chasing anymore. He tries to respond, but Carly steps in, glaring. Not today, Kirk. She winning and you not messing that up? Rashida walks away as cameras follow her into the back office. Alone again, she sits, breathes, and whispers to herself. This time I'm doing it all for me. Back in New York, Yandi meets up with Kimbella at a small cafe. She looks tired but lighter, as if she's made peace with something. Kimbella leans forward. Girl, the street's talking. They saying you really left him? Yandi nods slowly. Yeah, I had to. It's not even about cheating or drama anymore. It's about peace. I've spent years trying to fix things that were already broken. Now I'm choosing me. Kimbella smiles softly. That's brave. You know how hard it is to walk away when the world's watching. Yandi nods again. Yeah, but the world doesn't live in my house. I do. And I'm done living unhappy just to look strong for the cameras. In her confessional, she wipes a tear and smiles. I'm scared, but I feel free. And I think that's what love is supposed to feel like, freedom, not fear. That night, Yandi scrolls through social media. She sees clips of Rashida performing at her launch party. Glowing, confident, alive. Yandi smiles, tapping a heart on Rashida's post. Underneath, she types a comment. Proud of you, sis. You're showing us all how to rise again. Meanwhile, in Atlanta, Rashida sees the notification and smiles too. Yandi deserves to be happy, she says quietly. We all do. The episode ends with a split screen. Rashida walking out of her boutique under flashing lights and Yandi closing her apartment door. Turning off the lights and breathing deeply in silence. Two women in two different cities, both reclaiming their lives. Their journeys are just beginning. The scene opens with Rashida inside her Atlanta boutique, arranging a new collection on the racks. The soft hum of R&B plays in the background, but her focus is steady. The door swings open, and Carly Red strides in, phone in hand, eyes wide with excitement. Girl, you are everywhere, Carly exclaims. That freestyle? You shut down the internet. They saying Rashida is officially back? Rashida glances up with a small, knowing smile. I didn't do it for the internet, Carly. I did it to remind people that I never left. I just moved differently. Carly nods, scrolling through her phone. Well, it's working. Even the haters giving you props. Keikoe, he looking real nervous right now. Rashida laughs quietly, but there's a firmness in her tone. Should be. I've been patient, loyal, quiet for too long. Now I'm focused on me, my music, and my peace. In her confessional, Rashida looks straight at the camera. For years, people counted me out. They said I was done. Said I couldn't bounce back after everything that happened with Kirk. But this, right here, this is my season. I'm not waiting for validation anymore. I'm taking what's mine. Carly shows Rashida her phone. Even Yandi commented on your post. Proud of you, sis. She trying to show love even while her world's falling apart. Rashida's smile softens. I know she's going through it. I just hope she finds the strength to do what's best for her. Cut to New York City. Yandi sits on the edge of her couch, her eyes red from crying. The apartment is quiet except for the faint buzz of her phone on the table. Mendeecees' name flashes across the screen again. She doesn't pick up Dot when she finally answers. Her voice is calm but cold. What do you want, Mendeecees? He exhales on the other end. I just want to talk. We can't end like this. Yandy's voice wavers, but she keeps her composure. End. You ended it when you stopped showing up. When you started making decisions like I wasn't even in the picture. You checked out months ago. Mendeecees sounds frustrated. You acting like I ain't tried? I was holding it down while you was out there chasing clout. Yandy's jaw tightens. Clout. I was building a business, a legacy for us. You didn't want a partner, you wanted control. And I'm done living under someone else's shadow. In her confessional, Yandy's eyes glisten, but her tone is firm. For years, I was the glue holding my family together. But you can't hold something together if the other person's already let go. I realized I was fighting to save a version of us that doesn't exist anymore. Later that evening, Yandi meets with her friend Kambella at a quiet rooftop bar. The city lights sparkle below as Yandi stirs her drink absent-mindedly. Kambella leans in, concerned. So, that's it. You're really ending it. Yandi nods slowly. Yeah, papers are being drawn up. I can't do this anymore. I kept hoping he'd change, but all I got was disappointment. I need peace, not pain. Kambella reaches for her hand. It takes strength to walk away, Yandi. You deserve happiness. And you know what? Maybe this will be your glope season. Yandi chuckles weakly. Maybe I just want to feel free again. Like I can breathe. A text from Mendeecees pops up on her phone. You'll regret this. She stares at it for a moment, then deletes it without replying. Meanwhile, back in Atlanta, Rashida hosts a small event at her boutique to celebrate her new singles release. Cameras flash, fans gather, and the energy is electric. Carly grabs the mic to hype the crowd. Make some noise for the Queen of Atlanta, Rashida. The crowd erupts in cheers. Rashida steps up, glowing in confidence. She thanks everyone for their support and performs a snippet of her new song live. The lyrics are sharp, unapologetic, and filled with lines about independence, betrayal, and reclaiming power. When the music stops, the crowd roars. Even Kirk stands in the back, arms crossed. Visibly uncomfortable, but impressed. After the performance, Kirk approaches her cautiously. You did your thing up there. I see you winning. Rashida glances at him, her expression unreadable. I've been winning, Kirk. You just didn't notice. He shifts uncomfortably. I ain't trying to fight. I just want us to be good. She sighs. Being good starts with honesty. You can't fix what you refuse to admit. Kirk nods, speechless. Rashida turns away, shaking hands with her fans as cameras follow her every move. In her confessional, she smiles faintly. I spent so many years worrying about saving a relationship that wasn't saving me. Now I'm saving myself. That's the real win. The next morning, Yandi is packing her things into boxes. Her kids play quietly in the next room as she folds up family photos and sets them aside. There's a knock at the door. Mendeecees again. He stands there, eyes tired. You really doing this? Yandi doesn't hesitate. Yeah, I am. He looks around the apartment, his voice low. We've been through too much to just walk away. She meets his eyes. You're right, we have. But sometimes walking away is the only way. It's a long silence. Finally, Mendeecees nods and leaves without another word. Yandi closes the door behind him, exhales deeply, and for the first time, her face relaxes. Confessional shot. Yandi's voice is calm and certain. I gave that man everything I had. But when you stop recognizing yourself in a relationship, it's time to go. I'm proud of what we had, but I'm even prouder of the woman I'm becoming. Cut to the reunion taping weeks later. The cast sits under the bright studio lights, tension thick in the air. Rashida walks in first, stunning in a sleek red dress. Yandi follows, graceful but distant. The host wastes no time. Rashida, your new single is charting. Your business is booming. And social media is calling this your redemption era. How does it feel to be winning again? Rashida smiles. It feels earned. Every success came after a lot of pain. But I wouldn't change any of it, made me stronger. The host turns to Yandi. And Yandi, there's been a lot of talk about your marriage ending. Can you tell us where things stand? Yandi takes a breath. I'm single, and I'm at peace. That's all that matters. There's an audible gasp from the audience. Rashida reaches over and squeezes her hand. You did what you had to do, sis. Yandi smiles back. Sometimes you've got to lose someone to find yourself again. The audience applauds. The camera pans out, capturing the two women side by side, both survivors of love, loyalty, and public scrutiny, both standing tall in their truth. As the lights dim, Rashida's voice plays over the final montage. We've all been through storms, but the real win isn't about fame or followers, it's about finding yourself after the chaos. That's the real victory. The screen fades to black dot. The episode opens with a wide shot of Atlanta. The city hums with life, but inside Rashida's world, everything feels sharper, faster, and higher stakes. Her comeback single has exploded online radio stations, interviews, TikTok trends, even clubs in New York spinning her record nightly. She's sitting in her office at Pre-Seed Boutique, scrolling through her notifications when her phone buzzes again, this time. A call from a major record label executive. Rashida. We want to talk about a partnership, the voice says. Not just for music. You're a brand, now fashion, beauty, empowerment. You're leading a movement. Rashida leans back in her chair, smiling quietly. For a moment, she remembers all the nights she cried over Kirk's betrayal, the times she felt invisible in her own career. Now, everything is flipped. Let's set a meeting, she says confidently. I'm ready to level up. She hangs up just as Kirk walks in. He looks uneasy, like he's been rehearsing something. I saw the numbers, he says. You killing it right now? I just wanted to say, I'm proud of you. Rashida doesn't look up from her computer. Thanks, Kirk. Took you long enough to notice, he sighs, shifting from foot to foot. Look, I know I messed up. I wasn't the man you needed me to be. But I still love you. I just hope we can figure things out someday. Rashida finally turns to face him. Her voice is calm but final. You had years to figure it out. Right now, I'm figuring me out. If you want to support that, cool. If not, stay out of my way. In her confessional, she's direct. I don't hate Kirk. I just outgrew the version of me that tolerated half-love and excuses. I built myself back up from pieces, and I'm not shrinking again for anybody. Cut to New York. Yandi sits in a recording studio with Erica, Mena, and Kimbella. The vibe is sisterhood and quiet strength. The three women sip wine while a low beat plays in the background. Erica looks at Yandy with admiration. Girl, I'm not even gonna lawyer glowing. You done left all that mess behind and now you look brand new. Yandi smiles. I feel brand new. I forgot what it felt like to just breathe. To laugh without walking on eggshells. I spent years pretending everything was fine so people wouldn't talk. Now I don't care who talks. I'm happy. Kimbella raises her glass. To fresh starts and second chances. They clink glasses as the music swells. In her confessional, Yandi says softly, for the first time in years, I'm not Mendeecees' wife, not the fixer. Not the one holding everything together. I'm just Yandy, and that's enough. Later that night, Mendeecees is seen at a bar with a few friends. He's quiet, nursing a drink. His friend asks, You good, man? Yandi, really gone. Mendeecees nods slowly. Yeah, she gone. And honestly, maybe she should be. I didn't realize what I had until it was too late. The friend shrugs. You can still fix it. Mendeecees shakes his head. Nah, she don't want fixing. She wants freedom. And I can't give her that if I'm still trying to control everything. The camera lingers on him for a moment as he stares into his drink, silent, regretful, and alone. Back in Atlanta, Rashida is on set filming the video for her new single. The crew buzzes around her, adjusting lights and cameras. Carly is nearby, FaceTiming Yandi, who smiles from New York. You two killing it, Yandi says. I'm proud of y'all. For real. Rashida grins. We're just getting started, sis. I heard you're working on a new business venture. Yandi nods. Yeah, I'm launching a nonprofit for women who've been through emotional abuse and still chose themselves. It's called Reclaim Her. I want to turn my pain into purpose. Rashida's face softens. That's powerful. I'm in. Whatever you need, promo, funding, I got you. Carly interjects. Can I just say, the way y'all bounced back? Phew, these men had y'all twisted, and now look, queens. Everyone laughs. But the moment feels real, earned. As night falls, Rashida sits outside the studio in her car. She scrolls through social media and pauses on a post. Rashida and Yandi, the women who reclaim their power. Thousands of likes, hundreds of supportive comments. She takes a deep breath and smiles to herself. Her phone rings again this time. It's Yandy. You ready for tomorrow? Yandi asks. Always, Rashida replies. Tomorrow is the Women in Entertainment Awards, where both are being honored for empowerment and resilience. The next day, the ballroom is packed with celebrities, cameras, and fans. Rashida steps out in a shimmering silver gown, poised and radiant. Yandi follows moments later, wearing a sleek black dress. Elegant and strong. As the host begins announcing awards, Rashida's name is called First for Entrepreneur of the Year. The crowd erupts in applause. She walks to the stage, tears glistening in her eyes as she accepts the award. Tears glistening in her eyes as she accepts the award. I was told I couldn't do it without someone standing beside me, she says, her voice trembling. But I learned that sometimes standing alone is how you find your true strength. This one's for every woman who rebuilt herself in silence and came back louder than ever. The audience stands, clapping. Cameras flash. Moments later, Yandi's name is called for the Humanitarian Impact Award. She walks to the podium, smiling warmly. I used to think love was about sacrifice, she begins. But real love doesn't require you to lose yourself. I walked away from something that looked good on the outside but was breaking me on the inside. And I'm proud of that. Because healing is winning too. Tears fill Rashida's eyes as she claps from the audience. The two women share a look, one of mutual respect, understanding, and triumph. Backstage, after the ceremony, Rashida and Yandi embrace. Who would have thought we'd end up here? Yandi says with a soft laugh. Rashida nods. Life tried to break us, but it built us instead. Carly rushes over, taking selfies of them all. I swear, this right here is history. Y'all, the blueprint now. Yandi smiles. No, we're just women who refuse to settle. That's all. They walk off together, awards in hand. As the cameras fade to black for a moment, the episode then cuts to a quiet, final montage. Rashida is seen opening a second location of her boutique, surrounded by her team. She hugs her staff, thanking them for believing in her. Kirk watches from a distance but doesn't approach. He just nods and walks away. A man realizing his chapter in her story has closed. Yandi is shown speaking at her nonprofit's first event, standing in front of a crowd of women who've survived heartbreak, abuse, and self-doubt. Her speech is powerful, but simple. You can lose everything and still win your life back, she says. Your peace, your self-worth, your voice, that's what matters. As the crowd applauds, the camera pans across the audience, landing briefly on Mendeecees. He's there quietly, watching. He claps slowly, eyes full of both sadness and pride. Yandi notices but doesn't react. She simply continues speaking, strong and focused. The final moments return to Rashida and Yandi, sitting together on a terrace overlooking Atlanta at night. You ever think we'd both get here? Rashida asks. Yandi laughs softly. No, but I think we were meant to. They toast with glasses of champagne. To peace, Rashida says. To freedom, Yandi adds. The camera pulls back, showing the skyline glowing behind them as music swells. Rashida's new single plays softly in the background, the lyrics echoing themes of resilience and rebirth. A voiceover closes the episode. They tried to count them out. But real queens don't crumble. They rise, rebuild, and reign. Rashida found her crown. Yandi found her peace. And together they showed the world what it means to truly win. The screen fades to black. If you thought the drama was over, think again. Do you believe Yandi and Rashida made the right moves? Or should Mendeecees and Kirk get a second chance? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We're reading everything. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next chapter of the Love and Hip Hop Scandal series.